Hello, Marcus Guiliano here, international business author, speaker, Forbes Business Council member, and fellow restaurateur. Answering some comments and some questions in restaurant forums, online on Facebook. So here we go. One of my favorite topics. It is probably my most favorite topic, which is marketing. Here's the comment. What are some of the main marketing activities to promote your restaurant? This was posted in a Facebook forum. For me, this is a really in-depth, complicated, or not complicated, but in-depth answer. And I wanted to just cover what I do, hopefully briefly, and a couple other options. So let's run right on down. So most of you know that print ads are just a thing of the past. Do I still do print ads? I do certain print ads that are charity events, that I'm helping out a good cause, that I would be donating money to anyway. And every now and then I'll go into a wedding guide or something like that, because booking one wedding is going to far offset that ad, right? One wedding is all I need to book to really knock it dead on a return on investment on that ad. But placing an ad to get people in for dinner, to sell a burger or sell a steak, and you're placing $400 or $500 ads, I have a hard time with that unless I can actually track the ad, put an offer in there, and I really don't do that at all. So wedding guides, yeah, one wedding lands, boom, perfect. But I get a lot of my catering through organic SEO work, on Google by placing my keywords in properly, and that's how I get most of my weddings. So, and I do that myself. Billboards is something I haven't done for years. I did them with a little bit of success, what I would consider success years and years ago. I would not do it now, knowing what I know in marketing. I do have a friend in my mastermind group, and she is crushing it with her billboard. I mean, like driving in traffic all the time. It's a digital billboard, so she changes her message for Mother's Day, Easter, New Year's, Thanksgiving, all the things like that, and she is crushing it in what she's paying for it. I'm like, wow, that is awesome. Good job. So billboards still are a possible option if it's in the right location and you have a right message. And the key to her success is having it digital, so she can just keep changing her message, which I think is fantastic. Radio. So I do radio all the time. I don't advertise on radio. I'm on public radio stations. I get interviewed a lot, and that helps my business. I get a good draw from that, a decent draw from that, because I'm on a local community station a lot. But as far as radio ads, I think radio ads are undervalued right now because they're just trying to fight and keep up with all the other mediums that people are advertising on. So I think if you have a good message and a good area and good demographic, I think radio ad is something that might work out for you. I would avoid, personally, those radio ads where they're going to trade you out advertising space. You have to donate like 100 gift cards at half price or something, and people come in and they sell it on their website. I've done that in the past, and there were a couple times that I was actually successful with doing it because I worked at the radio station to get on the air and talk about my restaurant. When you have 180,000 people that listen to that morning show and you're on, that's a lot of good playtime. And I figured that kind of, 2 8-9 minute spots on a morning radio station like that would just crush it, and it did. But now this radio station has changed into a bigger brand, Cumulus, and they don't allow that anymore, which is why I stopped doing that. Because I just didn't feel it was necessary to trade out gift cards and have people go online. And I actually know guests that would actually say, hey, I'm going to go out to dinner tonight. Let me go on this radio station's website and see what gift cards are half price that the radio station traded out ads for. And that's where I'm going to go to eat tonight. So I've avoided that altogether since I was unable to get that airtime. Database. I had a guy last night that came in, a chiropractor. And he goes, Marcus, that restaurant that closed 15 minutes down the road, did you by chance get their mailing list? And he called it a mailing list, right? Yeah, mailing list. Email list, database is another word for it. The restaurant's number one asset is your database. And I wrote about that in my book. Step number 1, build a database and work it, use it as your leverage when you sell your restaurant. Use it after you've sold your restaurant to get people back into your new location, let them know where you're going. So database is key. So no, I did not get that restaurant's mailing list because that restaurant, first of all, doesn't have a mailing list. A lot of restaurants just don't have a database. I'm going to use the word mailing list and database interchangeably here just because I have not heard the word mailing list in a long time, and I got a kick out of it when he was like, that's old school business. You got your mailing list? And incidentally, mail. I love snail mail. I absolutely love it. Jamie, do you have a postcard around, that new postcard we sent out? I absolutely love to put things in people's mailbox. It's amazing for the response now. The response rate is insane because everybody's captivated in digital and things get lost in digital, right? So when you stick something in there, this is burgers on a grill picture that I took with an offer for a burger on the back because they entered my contest, which is another thing I'll talk about. But when you stick a postcard in people's mailbox, and we do 6x9 postcards too, a couple sizes bigger than this, people take these and they love them. They hold on to them. It's easier to actually hold this than an email. And I learned sort of this philosophy from a wine shop. A wine shop, I know one of the owners, local owners. When you walk into the wine shop, he hands you the bottle of wine. He doesn't just tell you about the bottle. He hands you the bottle and you walk around the store with it. And when you hold something, you feel like you have possession of it. And when you have possession of something, it's hard to put it back. Okay, it's not quite as easy to put it back. When you're holding something, you have possession of it. You cannot hold an email. You hold your phone that's cluttered with things. And I'm not saying that emails are wrong at all. I'll talk about emails. So we have a loyalty program that's with our database, aka mailing list, that we send mail out like this. Birthday offers, I get a 34-to-1 return on my birthday offers. It means for every dollar I spend on a postcard, I get back $34. I have an anniversary offer that's just about 20-to-1. I used to do half birthday offers that were every 6 months before the birthday. Hey, it's your half birthday. Come on in and get an offer. Jamie, do you remember what our return ROIs were on half birthdays? We stopped doing that because it was probably under 10-to-1. It was still a return. That's like going to the slot machine and throwing in $1 and getting $8 back. You'd probably still be pulling that slot machine, right? But I kind of figured that in an 8-to-1, I try to do everything as over a 10-to-1 return is what my target is. So half birthdays just weren't as engaging as birthdays, and I kind of thought they were diluting my birthdays a little bit. And my birthdays went up as a significance as a result of getting out rid of my half birthdays. Anniversary offers, like we have just under a 20-to-1 return. We do rewards, so if anybody spends $200, they get back a $10 gift card. We do double points. We do all kinds of cool things. We did a tax rebate this year. It was called the 1040. It was basically a $10.40 gift card that got sent to them. It looked like a check from the government. People confused. Some people were like, I was going to go cash this at the bank. It looks so real. But then I saw Aroma Time on there. I saw your restaurant name on there. I said, this is really cool marketing, Marcus. We were able to tweak that promotion to a 14-to-1 return ROI on that. So I'll do that again. I'll spend $400 on that again and do a 14-to-1 return, no problem. I'd like to get that a little up because I think it's a really catchy promotion that really people are like, wow, this is genius, Marcus. Really good job on this. This is what our guests were saying. So mailing list, database, aka database, emails. Emails are super important. They're super effective. We get a lot of response from emails. We have action-based email program that, MailChimp and Constant Contact, things like that just don't hold up to what we use. It's a great program. Happy to tell anybody about that. Just, ask me a question on that, and I'll be happy to share that information. Where everything is action-based. As soon as they open it, as soon as they click a link, they're tagged. So I know they're clicking a wine dinner link. I know they're interested in wine. They go into the wine bucket, into the wine segment. Then when I send out that specific email for wine dinners, I get a massive open rate of 40, 50, 60%. I've done many videos on open rates about that. And people are like, Marcus, you're crushing on open rates. When I send a general email out to all 10,000 people, I get a 10, 12, 15%, 18% open rate, depending upon the copy of the title. But when I segment my list and I know that they're interested in that, beer, when I send out a craft beer email, I send to only my craft beer tags on there, the people that have the tag in their profiles, they've actioned that they've liked it. Just like Facebook, your actions count, and advertisers use that. So on my emails, their actions count. Are they clicking a link? Are they engaging? What are they doing? Are they going to my website? So what they're doing, what their actions are, is action-based emails. Super effective, highly effective, and you have to segment and bucket everybody. Ryan Levesque wrote a great book called Ask, and you can do I did his formula on his survey, and there's some really great copy in there. Ryan Levesque Ask, really, really good book. Contests. So this was a result of a contest. I ran a contest for Burgers for a Year contest. Got 800 new people into my database because we promoted the blaze out of it on social media. Really did an awesome job. 800 new people came into our database. I just sent out 800 postcards to everybody who entered the contest. The contest was in the spring. The winner, this is fall. We just gave away a free burger to everybody on the purchase of $15. Any purchase of $15 get a free burger. There's people that are coming in right now that have not been to my restaurant for months, probably even over a year. There's people that came in that have never even been into my restaurant that entered the contest that said, we got a free burger, we're going. I spent just over $400 on this, and I've made my money back in the first few days. The first person that came in spent $75 on a $400 overall investment on ticket number 1. And I've got a small stack of these we've just accumulated because this is brand new. This is going to be an amazing ROI. I cannot wait to see the results of the ROI on this. And we track everything, by the way. So contests are a great way. Digital ads, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is dirt cheap, folks. You place an ad on YouTube, that's just branding. That's just awareness. Get your name out there. Talk about your restaurant. Create yourself as a brand, as a chef, as whatever. Get yourself out there on YouTube, like 10 cents a view in a lot of cases, just dirt cheap. Do a small, concise ad and just blast it out there. Facebook, super action, interest, behavior-based, amazing platform. People say, well, yeah, more people are on Instagram or Snapchat or this or that. Facebook knows everything about us. You can target your current audience, a lookalike audience, which means people that look like your guests. You can take your whole email database, upload it, database, mailing list, upload it to Facebook, and say, scour Facebook and grab these people for me and build an audience based upon the people that are in my email list. And they'll find those people and match you up, and you can advertise to them only. Or they'll create a lookalike audience for you between the 1 to 4 percent match, and then from there, they'll advertise to people that look like the people that you're already doing business with. Super powerful tool. You want to get new people, new eyes, you do the lookalike contests. You can do boosted posts just as awareness. So there's all kinds of different options. A lot of people say, well, Facebook ads don't work. They don't understand what a lead ad is, a generation awareness ad. There's all different types of things you do in there based upon the people's actions already. So you can actually, if you're an online marketer, you can go in there and say, I want to just flood people to my website. And Facebook will do that to people that just like to go to websites. But then you can also place a specific ad and click a box or a different type of ad that says, no, I want to get people that are now action-based, that are going to websites that are buying stuff. I mean, this is how Facebook works. It's amazing. And get your Facebook pixel on your website so you can start tracking people as well. So people that are actually buyers. Now, the buyers are in a smaller category, so you might pay more per click, but you're targeting people that are specifically action-based buyers, as opposed to people that just, for brand awareness, just go into websites and not buying. So you might want to start a strategy. This is great for restaurants. It's just brand awareness. In a 10, 15-mile radius, just brand awareness. You're not really selling anything on your website. There's no links to buy books and products and things like that in most restaurants. Gift cards, yes. So just get brand awareness. Just place brand awareness ads and just blast it out there and just 10-mile radius, boom, hit everybody you possibly can that you know that eats your type of food. And you can see all that on Facebook. Organic social media. Post away, keep it concise, keep it engaging, ask questions, make people share things. Facebook Live. Facebook Live is an amazing way. We start doing 3 to 4 a week now, sometimes 5 a week. I'll do 2 a day if I have a good topic to talk about. And every Monday we do like a beer recap of what's on tap for that week. I'll throw $15 on it to the people who like my page and their friends, just to throw $15 on it. People come in and say, I saw your beer video, I saw your beer Facebook Live on beer, I want that beer. It works. And for 10 or $15 just to boost it. But even though I didn't do that, it still works. Organic reach is great if you're using those. If you're using engaging posts and the proper medium or the proper platform for that. YouTube Live has one too, but Facebook Live is great. It sends notifications to people that you're on and they can engage. Or there's certain ways you can boost your posts on your views on there. Don't comment, don't send people to a link yourself. Have other people leave a link for you. So Facebook doesn't like when you send people off the platform. They don't like people to go off the platform anyway. But if you got an offer somewhere or they need to go register, like I'm doing a beer giveaway right now, drink this rare beer with myself and the brewmaster, they need to go to my website to register and give me their information, because then they're all going to get hit up with some kind of beer postcard in a couple of months once everybody's in the database and the contest is over. So I know I talked about a lot, and there's probably more that I did not talk about, but here's some, you can do all door drops too, very cheap from the post office. Get a neighborhood, get a zip code that are affluent enough to afford your restaurant or your target demographics, and do an all door drop. But that's a lot. That's just brand awareness. Make sure you're creating an offer though to have them come back in. I see a lot of restaurants give offers and they buy from those companies that'll send those all door drops with their menus, and they'll go to they'll spend like I know somebody who spent $2,500 on these all door drops and beautiful menus. Not one offer. He did offers, but not one way to grab people's information to put onto his mailing list, aka his database. When Denny's did their Grand Slam 10 years ago, however long ago it was, they gave away so many Grand Slam breakfasts, but they failed to grab people's information to remarket and retarget, to retargeting people. That's the key of marketing, folks, is retargeting your current guests. If you have to go fish a new pond every time, there's time to fish a new pond, and it's a certain percentage, not all your eggs in one basket. We all know that saying. So you don't want to fish a new pond solely. It's 6 times easier to get somebody into your restaurant for the second time versus the first time. So keep using that retargeting information through emails, through social, through your audiences, through mailings. As much as you can retarget, keep retargeting. And offers are the best way to retarget people. Give them a bounce back. Give them a reason to come back. Because if you're not doing this marketing, your neighbor is. Your competitor is. If you're not marketing, you will get out-marketed. That's the bottom line. If you don't understand this stuff, pay somebody to do it. I have a lot of restaurateur friends in my mastermind group, and I know people that I coach, and some people that I coach say, I can do this, Marcus, just strategize with me, or Marcus, let's just pay somebody to do it all together. Regardless, I know people that pay, and they love it because it's all done for them, and they don't have to think about it, and they can see the results coming in if you're hiring the right person. That's the key. Hire the right person. Hope this helps everybody on marketing. Like I said, I love marketing. I'm a marketing maniac, and every day my first job is to market my restaurant. Look at the analytics, market. Where can I post something? What can I do? What message can I say? What platform am I posting on? YouTube, Facebook, whatever. What am I doing to promote my restaurant so I'm not out promoted, so I'm not out marketed? Now go market your restaurant and blow your sales up.